This is a mindset. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But there's a out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you have. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But if it is, it's gonna be your ass.
There comes a day where push comes to shove, where being mediocre, being like average and burns and sucks so much.
He said, you know the difference between champions and everyone else? And I was like, what? He said, everyone always looks at them and says, what do champions have that I don't have? And he said, they have it backwards. He said, it's what do champions not have that I have? It's what do they lack? And it's an off button. They just don't stop. And so in dealing with the gold medalists, he's like, they just never stop. They just can't stop. Everything in their life is geared towards one goal. And so finding that thing, and they approach everything in their life that way. And I think that that level of obsession around like everything that you touch on a daily basis is required for really getting to where you want to go.
Life will tempt you to become bitter. Age will make you bitter. Because during age, you collect enough experiences to become cynical till after a while, you don't expect anything good to happen because you've been through so many bad things that if anybody comes knocking at your door, you're predisposed to think it's something evil. You have to be careful lest you become bitter. Either your troubles make you better or they make you bitter.
A lot of things gonna happen that will catch you off guard. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes. You're gonna have a lot of failures. You're gonna have a lot of struggles. You're gonna feel dumb and ask questions and don't know what to do or where to go. And that's part of growing. That's part of the experimentation process. Because when the tough times come, and they're going to come. When life hits you on the blind side, and that's going to happen, or someone you thought you'd be married to for the rest of your life, and they decide they want a divorce, called life.
It's the panic of the pain that breaks most of us. You weren't expecting it and it threw you off, and that's what broke you.
When you're going through hell, what do? You don't stop there. You don't stay there. You want to spend the rest of your life there. You keep going. You put one foot in front of the other.
If at first you don't succeed,
we mature with damage, not with the years. You gain wisdom from your wounds. You will grow through what you go through, but you must be willing to go through it.
I don't care if you don't have the money, you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the background for it, and you don't have the friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You might not read as fast, you might not move as quick, you might not have as much, but don't you quit.
It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Because the moment you do, but you don't talk like you forgot where you came from. Look at you, talk to it takes courage.
It's not easy living your dream. It's not easy reinventing yourself. It's not easy sticking to and focusing on your goal. It's not easy being happy in the midst of a great deal of negativity. It's not easy to remove people from your life that are no longer good for you. And when you experience defeat and failure again and again and again, it's not easy to pull yourself back up and start all over again. It takes a great deal of courage to face yourself and say, no, my life is not what I want it to be, and I can change. That's not easy. It takes guts. You gotta dig down deep to gut it out. Keep on going again and again and again. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities, your ideas, unquestionably. No, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. And it's worth it. It doesn't matter what it costs. I'm not going to rest until I have it. I'm going to do
it. Because I create my own bull and my own way harder than whatever I'm facing in the world. And that's how I mitigate the stress of success and pressure and criticism and all that stuff. Like, I do to myself way worse than they're ever going to do to me. So that's how I mitigate it. Also,
you might have more talent than me, you might be smarter than me, you might be sexier than me,
You might be all of those things, you got it on me in 9 categories. But if we get on the treadmill together, right, there's 2 things. You're getting off first, or I'm gonna die. It's really that simple.
Eagles fly alone. I have no friends. Friends are problems. Friends are challenges. If you aren't into yourself, and that means something else now than what I mean. If you're not into yourself enough that you can't spend the weekend by yourself, then something's wrong with you.
Every morning I lose. I lose sweat. I lose time. I lose peace. I lose sweat. I lose time. I lose sight. I lose sweat. I lose time. I lose track. And I lose. Losing. So I know I always win.
My name is Kobe Bryant. I'm 17 years old. I wasn't invited to parties or friendly gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. And I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Because during those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be.
And if this is the price that I must pay, then so be it.
You gotta already make up your mind before you get to cancer. You gotta make up in your mind before you get to that exam and pass that exam. You gotta look at it before you even get to it.
So you gotta be positive, you gotta be excited, you gotta be confident, you gotta be tough. You can be positive or you can be negative. You can be happy or you can be sad. You can be a winner or you can be a loser. Well, folks, I made up my mind. As long as there's a breath left in me, ain't nobody or nothing gonna make me quit. Ain't nobody gonna make me give up. Ain't nobody gonna make me negative. Dadgummit, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna be positive.
You have got to change the way you think. It is the whole determining factor of where you go in life. We are all where we are today because we thought ourselves to this position. If you don't like the position, think yourself out of it. Change your attitude, you change your altitude. No matter what your hardships, no matter where you came from, no matter what your parents did, no matter what your fucking teachers told you, you can learn to expect winning.
So what your mama told you can't do it. So what your daddy told you can't do it. So what your teacher told you don't have what it takes. You don't walk in their reality. You don't live in their reality. Learn to live in your own reality. You walk with a certain confidence when you know you expect to get all A's. You expect to be rich. You expect to be healthy. I don't care what the doctor says. You expect it, and when you expect it, that's what happens.
It's my journey. Nobody decides how I live. Nobody decides my life. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. It's my journey. This is your journey. You're not a victim. It can end the way you want it to end, but you gotta grind like you want it. And you can grind your way through it, or you can cry your way through it.
What do you do when you have no external motivation? It's about the internal. What do you say to yourself? How are you gonna fire yourself up? What's that flame inside of you that keeps you going?
There are times you're going to want to give up. There are times you feel deserted. People are lied to you and you're going to run out of resources. That's a part of it. But that's how you grow. That's how you learn from life. So whatever you're experiencing right now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass.
The person that shows up, the person that grinds from the bottom and hits that rock bottom and still goes on. The person that's in the car wiping tears off their face and then still accomplishing the mission. Because I'm telling you right now, you might not feel it now, you might not see it now, but it's gonna pay off in your life.
Failure is not falling down. Failure is staying down. I fail over and over and over again in my life. And that's why I succeeded. You get to make a choice. Is failure going to break you, or is failure gonna make you?
What do you do when you don't know what to do? And the things you should do, you don't do. And the things you shouldn't do, you do. It just seems like that my life is in shambles. It's a disaster. Nothing's working.
Well, Stephen, I didn't beat him to impress you. I beat him because that's what I do. I don't follow orders. I don't bend a knee. I win.
Yo could be rich. You could be rich, man. But you cannot erase
the work ethic part. There is no getting around. Ain't no elevator to the top. You got to take the stairs. The elevator don't go to the top, man. Not in the world of success. You got to take the stairs.
If you're in a fight, you have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the soul of whatever the is in front of you.
Some people it's attractive and they go, I want to do that too. Like, you seem pretty happy despite all the stress you're under. Like, how are you doing that? And I'll tell people that
before I leave this earth, the vision got to be done. That no matter what you're going through, you ain't gonna switch up. I'm telling you that you gotta be possessed with the vision.
It's inside of you. It's always been there.
You set the tone for your life. Life happens to everybody, but winners approach it like victors and losers like victims.
You're not a victim?
Stop talking about I can't, I quit, I don't think I can make it happen, it's impossible. Stop talking like that. Stop cursing and start believing.
And every day just looks the same and feels the same. Now I get the feeling like this is endless. Now I get the feeling like maybe these chains are never gonna break. This storm is never gonna cease.
The only thing stands from you doing what you know you've been called to do. The only thing is you. Nobody can stop you. You're the only person that can stop you. So stop talking like a victim. Stop thinking like a victim. Stop acting like a victim. And walk into your destiny. Walk into it. You sitting there hoping things gonna get better. You gotta work. This don't happen on its own. It's brick by brick by brick. Where do I start? I don't know. Take a spot and go get it. You can start the process right now of turning it all around by getting up.
I don't care who you are. I don't care how many defeats that you've suffered. What if you don't get there? If I don't get there, I have enjoyed the journey. It's okay. But you got to make up your mind that whatever it takes, I'm going to do it, that you deserve it, that you want it, and won't do without it.
You want to give up? You want to fall down? You want to turn around and run with everybody else? You're going to question yourself. You're going to say, is this really making much sense? All of that will create you into a certain kind of person. Experience the rejection. Experience the hard times. That's how you grow. That's how you develop yourself. That's how you begin to appreciate what you get. When you're working on a dream, at some point in time, a transition takes place. And the transition is what you are becoming in pursuit of the dream. Because even if you don't get the dream, you become such a strong and powerful person because you've now developed yourself in such confidence and such competence in how to deal in the arena of life that you can move into another area and not miss a beat. Once you begin to discover who you are, then you really realize how you have been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. But you can only do that through the struggle of life.
Sometimes it takes losing your everything just to show you there was nothing that you ever needed in the first place. Sometimes it takes losing everything that you think you need just to show you that there's something better for your life. Your greatest setbacks will set you up for that major comeback. Sometimes you have to lose certain things to gain better things. Sometimes the best way to add to your life is to subtract from it.
Should've stopped this one with your father. I'm stopping this one now.
Don't, okay, let me finish. I gotta prove it.
Prove what?
I'm not a mistake.
Yeah. You know, if I see something, I see an opportunity, I'm gonna go for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're all gonna die one day.
Yeah, it's true.
So we live like that. Live like you could die tomorrow. Go for it.
That is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life. And that I can't do.
Greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up. So just a mentality, really.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
You all had a chance until I woke up. In today's mind, that's just what it is.
There's a payoff for bad eventually. There's a payoff. It can't be bad, but for so long. If you got the strength and the understanding to realize that, it will change. It will change. It's impossible.
Imagine that you're in a movie, and imagine the movie begins now, and you're the hero of the movie. What would that guy do?
Beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. So you've got to put something out here that you can't reach easily, that has got to make you stretch, got to make you jump for it, got to make you get back a little bit and dig in so that you can take a leap for it. And maybe you jump up there and you miss it and you skin your knees and you come back again and you bust your lip next time. But you keep on, and through that process, you learn how to leap higher. You start challenging yourself. When you're facing those rejections day in and day out, don't say, I had a bad day today. Say, I had a character building day. What did you learn? What did you get out of that day?
You can't spend your time worrying about the failures, worrying about the mistakes. If you sit there worrying about the mistakes all day, you take away time, you take away energy from doing what you're supposed to do. You're not going where you're supposed to be going. And what you gotta do is learn to play through the haters, play through it as if it doesn't exist.
Even if you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, even if you have no evidence to support that position, even if no one else believes that you can do it, even if the odds are stacked against you, even if your chances of survival are slim to none, say to yourself, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
If it's not working, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. All it means is that your approach isn't working. And so now you've got to become more creative. Now you've got to go back to the drawing board. Now you need some more coaching. Now you need some more direction of what you need to do to take some corrective action to get you on the path. How do you know it can happen? You know because others have done it, so it's possible that you can do it. And what is necessary is that you work the system, that you take the coaching, take the directions, look at the people that are doing it, that are successful, and emulate them, and it'll work.
There are moments when the weight of the trials we go through, it feels unbearable. Pain can linger, and oftentimes we wonder whether we're ever going to feel whole again.
What would that guy do right now? Yeah. Because you are. The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
It's like, yo, sometimes you have to realize, like, yo, this is it. It's happening now, you know? And this moment decides the longevity of this whole thing. So, you know, some mornings you gotta wake up and be like, yo, this is my thing, not anyone else's. No one can talk to me.
At the bottom and feels like they have nothing going for them, reframe that as, I have nothing going for me, which also means that I have nothing to lose by taking action. It makes you a much more dangerous person.
Champions do daily what everybody do occasionally. Everybody else does. You just do it daily. You're not.
Yeah, we do.
You're not extraordinary. You just do the ordinary extra. That's it.
If you go piss like a puppy, stay on the porch and let the big dogs eat. Let them on the field. Have some heart.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis as I am by Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there.
You're always afraid to take the first step because all you see is every negative thing 10 miles down the road. But you can do anything you want. You are bound by nothing.
I compete because I want to win. I love winning. I love being the best in the world. I've sat many times trying to find the balance of what I want within all this. If I was losing, I wouldn't be competing. I'm here to win. And it is what it is. I love what I do, but at this point it's taken away a lot that I just really love winning more than I dislike the work.
Success is this, and training and struggling and suffer and sacrifice.
You get to decide if I'm gonna be rich, poor, mediocre, happy, sad. You have a decision to make, but you have to claim it. You have to expect it. You have to live your life with the expectation that great things are coming your way, that your thoughts can create things.
You gotta be able to see it when it cannot be seen. You gotta see it in your mind's eye. You have to see it happening. You have to see yourself writing a book before the book is finished. You have to see yourself graduating even though the teachers are telling you that it's not going to happen. You gotta see it, because if you can't believe in it, you will never manifest it. But when you believe in it, you demand the universe to assist you in what you're doing. Stop running, stop crying, stop whining, stop giving up, and you go take the fight to them. Go to the heat. The sooner the heat, the sooner the dream. Because your success is on the other side of the problem. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. Your pain is going to be a part of your prize. I challenge you to push yourself. Go get it. Don't run from it no more. Go get it. You gotta take that thing out. You gotta take the breath out. You gotta go get it.
When you taste these finer things of life, all the pain, all the work, all the sacrifice to get them is well worth it. If anything, it's a small down payment for the price and the reward you got. And once felt, how do you ever turn your back on it? Stop running from the potential of what you can be, guys.
And then success is this. But this tastes so much more than this. Yeah. But I'm not sure that people today are 100% aware of what it means.
The problems in your life are your own dang fault. And so the answer into fixing the problems in your life are in your own dang hands. The responsibility for the well-being of your family, your wife, your husband, your children are yours. Are yours.
It was life and death. Either you live or you die. Which one do you want, Tom? That was the decision. In the corporate life and in the gym. But if you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you you can't do something. I'll repeat that. If you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you you can't do something, not even yourself.
I calm my body. I calm my mind through calming my body. And I calm my body through work. I make it work. And I make myself do things that are very uncomfortable, that I don't want to do. And by doing that, I develop this strength and perseverance. And some people hear that and like, I don't even want to do that. Like, I'm not you, I don't want to do that. And they just like, it takes them away from that. And I'm like, you don't even have to do that. Mm-hmm. Just go for a walk every day. It sounds like it's easy to do, but there's when that walk comes and look at your clock, oh, it's 8 o'clock, time to go for that walk. You're like, I don't want to walk. I would just rather play video games. I don't want to walk. I'd rather like read emails. I don't want to walk. I'd rather like scroll through TikTok. But if you just force yourself to go for that walk every day, you will develop mental perseverance. You will develop some tenacity. You'll develop the ability to force yourself into work. And it doesn't have to be grueling. It just has to be a thing that you have to do.
And you might have 9 failures. I felt my first 9 businesses didn't really amount to anything. 9. As in the first one, spent time, failed. Second one, this one will be different, failed.
Dig deeper, and then you discover some things about you that you don't know right now. Some talents that you have in you that you didn't know that you can do.
I don't know everything. I have not accomplished everything. I'm not where I want to be. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still trying to get better. You got to position yourself and stop pouting. Stop crying. Stop looking at what other people are getting and look at what they're doing. And if you start doing it, you start getting it. You don't get out of life what you want. You get out of life what you earn.
And the world will tell us if we're under something, like under pressure or undervalued, or we're under different areas in our life that are making us uncomfortable and it feels isolated and dark. That's the place where you should give up. You should go ahead and give up on that dream. You should go ahead and not study for that no more. You're always gonna live in this community. Your mama's broke, you broke, and look at it. The thing you thought was gonna make you wealthy, it just died. The place that is dark, that is lonely, and sometimes where the pressure of life is on you, that's the place that is making you.
That's where the growth takes place. That's where the work is. That's when life really reveals itself. And that's when you discover your true identity.
Under does not mean over. And if you find yourself under pressure, undervalued, under attack, what it looks like is not what it is.
Why did I take this job? Why did I make this move? You start second guessing yourself. You start doubting yourself. You start filling yourself with feelings of failure. Like, I can't do this. You lose your confidence. You start feeling like you're a failure because of the frustration and fatigue. How do you handle failure? How do you react when your plans collapse? How do you react when it's taken longer than you thought, it's more complicated than you thought, and you start doubting, do I even have the ability to do this?
This failure, this catastrophe.
Michael Jordan tells me one day he wants to be the best player that's ever played here. And I said, well, you got to work harder than you did in high school. He said, I worked as hard as everybody else. I said, oh, excuse me. I thought you just told me you want to be the best player to ever play here. He said, I'm going to show you. Nobody will ever work as hard.
You just got to weather it and keep on walking and don't flinch. Don't let them know they got you. Don't let them know they got you. You just got to keep on going. No matter what the day is, no matter what the move is, keep going. God gave us everything to point forward, to go forward. And what we doing at a standstill, or stepping back, because we don't do that. Right. We keep on walking, regardless of what they say, what they think, and how they feel. That's what angers do, that they can't affect us.
The thing is with me is I don't give a I don't give a
Yeah.
I don't give a when anybody says or what anybody thinks. I have this mindset. I know exactly who the fuck I am. I have my circle of people that I hang around with who know me and know what I'm about and whatever. And anybody else who doesn't like it or doesn't want to, bad.
It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. You talk about that you were kind of, lonely by yourself. I was the same way. And that used to hurt me growing up. Now I thrive in that shit. That's the only place to be.
The confidence comes from preparation. So when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before, right? So when I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing, right? And so in those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before. So it's one more time.
You have to sacrifice.
I know that, Dad, but I think if we continue down this road, it's going to be too detrimental for the kids. It's just too hard.
Do you know that the harder thing to do and the right thing to do are usually the same thing? Nothing that has meaning is easy. Easy doesn't enter into grown-up life.
And my personal question to you is, why not you? You've got the brains, you can make decisions, you can study the plan, you can change your life, you can grow immensely in the next few years, you can make your dreams come true, you can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through, you can become healthy, you can become powerful. Why not you?
What do you do when you feel like giving up? When you feel like, I don't have the energy to go one more step. I'm just gonna chuck it. I'm gonna give up on my marriage. I'm gonna give up on my job. I'm gonna give up on my dream. I'm gonna give up on my health. It's over. I'm done. Finished.
What do you do when you don't know what to do? I want you to hold on. It may not happen in the time that you think is going to happen, but I want you to know something. If you quit, it's never gonna happen. If you quit, if you give up, if you stop, if you do not persevere, you will never see it. I didn't get here through academics. I got here because I refused to quit. What, you gonna go through all this pain and quit? You gonna go through all this suffering and stop? You've come too far to quit now. You should keep going. You should keep going. You already in enough pain. Get a reward for it. Where you are is temporary.
I know that it's not going to be easy. It's going to be extremely challenging. But I know I got what it takes to do this.
And yes, it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, and you get more no's than you do yes. But when you hold out, things will begin to happen. You won't even understand how.
When you don't give up, when you don't let it break you.
Hard work looks horrible. It's not motivating. It's not motivating at all. It ain't like Rocky round 14 he gets knocked down and goes like this to Apollo Creed. It looks like a man being stuck in a dungeon and there's no way out. But you have the key. But you refuse to use it. And that's nothing motivating about that.
Some of y'all are motivated by broke. I'm broke, I'm stuck, I'm f***ed up, I can't do nothing. Some of y'all are motivated by just wanting to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Other folks are motivated by materialistic things. It's a very simple concept. If you want it, you gotta go get it.
Whatever you hold in your mind will tend to occur in your life. If you continue to believe as you have always believed, you will continue to act as you have always acted. You will continue to get what you have always gotten. If you want different results in your life or your work, all you have to do is change your mind.
How it's so hard to see the good if you're only seeing the bad. Like, there's so many people that struggle with what their version of success is because they're looking at someone else's. There's so many people that struggle with their world of relationship because they're judging theirs based off of someone else's, right? And when you're constantly in the space of not realizing or noticing your world, your reality, because you're living in what appears to be someone else's, well, your is never gonna be right. It's never gonna be right.
We're not on this stage just because of talent or ability. We're up here because of 4 a.m. We were never satisfied, never finished, we'll never be retired. My high school English teacher, Mr. Fisk, I actually paid attention one time in class, and he said, he had this beautiful quote, and it read, "Rest at the end, not in the middle."
You actually know it's worth it. That's why you're asking this question. You know it's worth it. You know it's worth it to have discipline, but you think there's an easier way. You think that it's something that people have. You think that when Jocko's alarm clock goes off, it's like, oh, just like my father taught me, I rise and I shine. You know, like, no. It's like the pillow feels soft and comfortable. And the alarm clock is banging on my head and I don't like it. But you know what? I know it's worth it to get up and get after it. I know it's worth it, and you know it's worth it.
Here's the thing, though.
We all know it's worth it.
If you're trying to do something meaningful,
There's no guarantee that because somebody is now down on their luck, they can never come back. Who can guarantee that you can't make, that you can't have your dream? Who can guarantee that you can't do what you want to do? No one can predict that. You don't know what the possibilities are for your life. You know the human spirit is powerful. There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a fighting chance. Whatever you go after, whatever you said, this is your stuff. Pursue it passionately. Let there be a deep hunger in you that you won't be denied. And that when things happen, that they won't immobilize you, they won't deplete your energy, that you look at it and you observe it, but you know there's something in you that's going to take you to the top, and that this is only a temporary inconvenience. That's all it is. Nothing more can stop you. Something as powerful as you cannot be contained. You're not powerless. You are powerful. Sometimes you have to take 2 or 3 steps back just to go forward again. Sometimes you might have to get a part-time job just to keep things going until you get back on track again. It's okay. It's happened to the best of us. It's all right. It won't break you. It only introduces you to yourself. But during those times, there was something in me that said, don't stop. Don't give up. Just keep on keeping on. I had somebody in my life at one time told me, you'll never make it. They laugh. They're gonna laugh at you. People are gonna laugh at you.
People will count you out. They're like, that guy's not gonna be anything. Yeah, he's not gonna be nothing.
I gotta believe in me before anybody else believes in me. So when you're uncommon, get ready for the criticism. When you're uncommon, get ready for the opposition. When you're uncommon, get ready for the common people not to understand you.
if you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already. So if you don't have the mindset that you are the best reporter ever, then you already failed.
I can still do this. And the first step for me was seeing something I was not before I was.
You direct the power in your life. Whatever your life is right now, it is a duplication of your consciousness. It's a result of how you have decided to use your power. That's all it is. That's not who you are. That's just a perverted use of your power that you aren't satisfied with. And you've got the power to change that. Wherever you are. How? I don't know. But I know you've got the power to do that. But you don't know what has happened to me. It really doesn't matter what has happened to you. The only thing that really matters is what are you going to do about it? You can allow it to destroy you, or you can allow it to build you up.
And I'm built different.
When things are the worst,
You're normal.
Listen, every day when you get out of bed, life's standing right there to kick you in the face, man. Could be anything. Could be you get up and you walk downstairs, you got a fucking flat tire and you're late for work and you got this and that. Life is going to throw all kinds of crazy at you, right? And you have to be ready for it and you got to deal with it. You can't curl up into a ball. You can't run away from it. You can't hide. You have to take all this head on. You have to get up every day when I get up out of bed, I strap up and I'm getting ready for work.
It takes more effort to start in the beginning, and more people are right about the fact they're like, hey, you're not going to hit it big. And guess what? A month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months.
You better be fucking pissed when people doubt you. You better learn how to take that pissed off energy and put it into productive action. Every fucking negative comment should trigger you into productive action. Every time somebody says something to you, you should go do whatever it is that is going to make them have to eat their words. Right then, right now.
Whatever happens to you, turn it to your advantage. So I have now made that a blessing for me as opposed to a handicap. I went and proved them wrong by engaging in self-study and consciously working to develop myself. I started going to work earlier. I started being the last one to leave there. I started working harder than anybody else. So now they have to ask themselves, what were we thinking about when we labeled this guy? Doesn't matter how many failures I've made. Doesn't matter how many mistakes I've endured. Doesn't matter about my defeats. Doesn't matter about what I've done. I don't care about the fact I'm in a hole now. Doesn't matter about where I am. The last chapter to my life has not been written yet. If you judge me now, you'll judge me prematurely. I haven't exposed all my stuff yet.
If you aren't dead, then it's just psychological. It's in your head. As long as you don't surrender, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, then you haven't failed. It just means you've made a temporary tactical retreat. It means you've made a brief withdrawal so that you can regroup and reattack. As far as I'm concerned, if you get beat, unless you're dead, you are not defeated. And you have not failed. What you've done is you've learned. You've gained experience.
That's what crazy means. And if you're not fucking crazy, you're never going to succeed at anything in life. Everybody has got to be a little bit off. Anybody that's done something great, they don't think like anybody else. They can't. And the people that tell you you can't do it, you know what your response to them is? Watch me. That's all you have to say. Watch me.
You gotta go through pain. It's not going to be easy, but I want you to feel that pain going through your body. And as pain leaves your body, guess what's gonna take its place? Success.
He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life.
Who you want to be.
And that's been my mindset since I can remember. That will be my mindset as long as I can remember anything. That I am the best ever at what I do. And every day that I step on the basketball floor, I will strive to be that, as I am the best to do what I do.
I don't care if it's impossible. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how difficult it is. I will my way through it. All I want you to focus on is the impossible, and one day you will laugh at the impossible. You will look at the impossible and go, how was that ever impossible? You will look at the impossible and go, what was I thinking? You close. You about to drop out. You gone too far now. You ain't got but 2 credits. Hold on. You take quick now. Hold on. But this is my 6th time taking it. You gonna pass on the 7th. Hold on. But you better get something from all that hell you've been through. I'm talking to somebody. You ought to get excited. You're 100 yards away. You're 100 yards away. You can see it in the distance. You close, boo. Don't give up now. You close, my brother. Hold on. But you gotta work through it. I use the pain to push me to greatness. And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. Just don't let it break you. If you get past it, on the other side of it, it's going to be phenomenal. At the end of pain is your millions. At the end of pain is your promise. So stop crying about it and use your energy to get through it.
Nobody succeeds at first. Successful people simply see failure as a temporary setback. There is no comeback without first a setback.
What if everything that you have been through can serve a greater purpose? What if a generational curse was being broken through your battle?